This video is not an in-depth look into 2.2, rather a brief summary for everything we currently know about the upcoming update, and I've undoubtedly missed a few small irrelevant things about it, but this video highlights most, if not everything we need to know about it. So without further ado, let's take a look into this. The swing copter works similar to the ball, but it's floating instead, inverting its own gravity with each click. It has 3 jets. The middle one is always on and is the one that moves you forward. However, swing copters have existed since 1.8. By using the newly implemented dual mode at the time, there would be a small one-space corridor on the top of the level filled with blue orbs to allow for proper gravity switches, and when the player clicks, the ball will begin to float up into the air. And this was the original hook for Geometry Dash 2.2. The random trigger is a trigger that will randomly activate a group object. This trigger has been a controversial addition to 2.2, as many have complained that it makes the game too luck-based and would be an overused annoying feature in this upcoming update. Now, to me personally, it's both good and bad. It can be good for the easier levels, but the harder levels in the game, not so much. Camera controls are another controversial feature in 2.2. The camera controls allow the so far still camera to move around, zoom in and zoom out, and sometimes completely remain static, and still in a few specific sections where you can ascend vertically. Overall, it's a very cool but worrisome feature in my opinion. Platformer mode is a mode that allows you as the player to move the icon at will. This will allow people to explore levels and make it more like an actual 2D platformer game, and from what we've seen, you can even collect mana orbs inside of the level too, and will allow for more innovative forms of levels to be made. So be excited for that. Scaling in 2.2 has been improved and allows people to freely scale multiple objects at once, similar to Photoshop's scaling feature, and will make it easier to scale and create bigger and properly sized objects for the future levels of Geometry Dash. Explorers is the upcoming new demon level for 2.2 that uses most of the new features of the update to make a hopefully decent looking and fun new addition to the game's main level series. The autofill feature is something to be excited about, as it will make creating levels so much faster and better. In the video released by RobTop, called the New Editor System, we can see that he fills spaces automatically and perfectly with this new autofill feature, and I'm hyped for this mainly because I'd like to get into the creating aspect of the Geometry Dash community as well. RobTop announced that there will be 30 brand new gauntlets in 2.2, and whatever they may contain is completely unknown. However, I'm quite hyped to actually have some more stuff to do in Geometry Dash. Recently, RobTop talked about adding something easier than Easy Demon and something else harder than Extreme Demon. Whatever these difficulties may be, I think at least we need something harder than Extreme Demon, as Extreme Demons have become more saturated nowadays considering there's 350 plus currently, so we definitely need a new, well-implemented difficulty above Extreme Demon that will be exclusive to the top 10 or top 5, and as soon as they lose that position they would be downgraded back to Extreme Demon. Multiplayer mode has been one thing that has been holding up 2.2 the most. With how difficult it is to program a multiplayer mode for a game like Geometry Dash, multiplayer mode has been shown to us a little bit by the people such as Zani on stream, and this is something that I personally don't care for. I'm not for or against it, but it could make for some good content for people like Nepesta and Juniper, as well as many other players including myself. I'm going to be brief about the remaining stuff as it is to be expected for most if not all the updates from the future now. There will be new icons, triggers, bug fixes, new block decorations, the jetpack mode specifically to be used in the platformer mode, new levels of rating above featured and epic, namely legendary and godlike, and finally new shards called earth, metal, blood, light, and soul shards. With that, this concludes everything we know about 2.2. What do you think of these new upcoming features and additions to 2.2? Do you like them or hate them? Are you excited or disappointed? Let me know by leaving a comment down below to let me hear your thoughts and opinions on 2.2. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel as we are so close to hitting 1K subscribers, and I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. This has been your host, Storm, and goodbye.